All right, let's talk about something that a lot of people are curious about. This whole world of free crypto. The thing is, most people who go looking for it, well, they're looking in all the wrong places. So in this explainer, I'm going to show you 3 crypto platforms that most people completely overlook, but when you use them together, they can actually help you earn small amounts of crypto online. I mean, come on, who hasn't, right? If you've ever typed that into a search bar, I'm guessing you probably spent a good few hours clicking through what feels like an endless list of websites, all promising you easy digital cash. It's a super common starting point for anyone who's curious about crypto but doesn't really want to risk their own money just yet. And that's usually where the story ends. It's a journey that almost always leads to frustration. You find the same, handful of sites that are promoted everywhere. The rewards are fractions of a penny, and the whole process just feels confusing and, let's be honest, kind of not worth the effort. But what if I told you the problem isn't the sites themselves, but the strategy? See, there's a system here that most beginners completely miss. It involves a few underrated platforms that, when you combine them in the right way, create a consistent, though, yes, small stream of crypto. So, before we get to the good stuff, the solution, we first have to understand why most people fail. I like to call it the faucet failure trap. And this slide right here really captures that universal feeling of frustration. You know the drill. You earn a few cents, but the withdrawal minimum is $5. Or you finally hit that minimum and the network fees are somehow higher than your entire balance. You're trying to remember passwords for 20 different sites, and there's always that nagging fear that a site will just vanish, or worse, block your account the second you try to cash out. It's almost like it's designed to make you give up. So to escape that trap, you have to change your approach completely. And it all starts with one central tool, the microwallet. Now, this isn't just another site. Think of it as the command center for our entire strategy. So what even is a microwallet? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a crypto piggy bank. Instead of trying to send these tiny, tiny payments directly to your main wallet and getting killed by high fees every single time, a microwallet sits in the middle. It's literally built to collect all those little particles of digital dust, fractions of a cent, from dozens of places, instantly and with practically zero fees. And for the system we're building today, the foundation, the absolute key that unlocks this whole process, is a platform called FaucetPay. And this visual just perfectly shows why it's so powerful. You do a little task on one site, another task on a second site, and instead of those tiny earnings being trapped on each individual platform, they're both sent instantly to your FaucetPay account. They all merge together, turning that digital dust into a real, usable, and growing balance. Let's just quickly break down why FaucetPay is our hub. First, it connects to over 600 different sites, so you get instant payments without having to wait to hit some crazy withdrawal limit on every single one. It also has a built-in exchange, which is super useful for swapping all your tiny balances of different coins into one main coin you actually want. And finally, when you're ready to cash out, you make one single larger withdrawal, which drastically cuts down on those killer transaction fees. Okay, so we've got our hub. Now let's talk about the spokes of the wheel. We are not going to be juggling dozens of sites, no way. Instead, we're just going to focus on 2 consistent, underrated platforms that will feed everything into FaucetPay. Our first feeder site is called Earnbitmoon. Now, this one is a fantastic all-arounder. It's been around for a while, and it offers a really solid variety of simple tasks you can do every day. So on Earnbitmoon, you've got your standard faucet claim every 5 minutes, you can click on a few ads, and you get a bonus just for logging in each day. And for those of you who want to earn a little more, they also have offer walls with surveys and even a leveling system that boosts your rewards over time. It's a real reliable workhorse. Now, I gotta be transparent here. It's really important. While a lot of users have no problems, some reviews on sites like Trustpilot do mention issues, especially with accounts getting suspended right when they try to withdraw. This is a common risk with a lot of these kinds of sites. But this is exactly why our FaucetPay system is so powerful. The solution is simple. Don't treat Earnbitmoon like a bank. As soon as you earn anything, withdraw it to FaucetPay. The payments are instant. By never letting a big balance build up on the site itself, you basically eliminate that risk. Your earnings are always safe and sound in your central hub. All right, let's move on to our second feeder site, which is a bit of a hidden gem, Viefaucet. This one's a lot simpler than Earnbitmoon, but it is consistent and it's perfect for adding another stream of micropayments into our system. Viefaucet actually has a faster faucet claim. You can do it every 3 minutes. It also has short links, paid-to-click ads, and a daily bonus that gets bigger the longer you use it. It's super straightforward, and you guessed it, its payments also go directly and instantly to our FaucetPay hub. So now we have all the pieces. We've got our hub, FaucetPay, and our 2 feeder sites. So let's get to the most important part, putting it all together to reveal the actual strategy that most people just don't see. See, everyone out there is looking for that one magic website, that one golden ticket that's going to pay them $1 a click. But that site, it doesn't exist. The secret isn't a destination. It's the system. Success comes from understanding that these platforms are just tools, and the real power is in how you connect them. This right here, this is the entire workflow. Earnbitmoon and Viefaucet are your daily earners. You spend a few minutes on each completing those simple tasks. Every single claim, every single ad click sends a tiny payment instantly to FaucetPay. Your crypto is never trapped. It's immediately pulled together and secured in your hub, where you can watch it grow. And you know, the best part is that this whole thing doesn't have to take over your life. So let's break down a simple routine you can do in about 15 minutes a day. Okay, so here's what it looks like in practice. Open up 2 tabs in your browser, one for Earnbitmoon, one for Viefaucet. Do a few faucet claims and click on whatever PTC ads are available on both of them. That's pretty much it. Then you just pop over to your FaucetPay dashboard and you'll actually see that those payments have already arrived and your total balance has ticked up. It's a really simple, satisfying little loop. Okay, we've built the system, but now we need to talk about what is easily the most important part, managing your expectations. Let's be perfectly clear about what this system can and, maybe more importantly, cannot do. Let me be crystal clear. You are not going to get rich doing this. You are not going to quit your day job. If you do this consistently every day, you will be earning pennies, maybe dimes, on a really good day. That is the honest reality. And this quote from industry analysis just confirms it. It's a fundamental rule of faucets. The easier the task, the lower the payout. This isn't a high-income skill. It's a low-effort, micro-earning activity. So you're probably thinking, pennies a day? Why would I even bother? Well, because the value here isn't just in the money. This is a completely risk-free way to get your very first bit of cryptocurrency. It teaches you hands-on how wallets and addresses and transactions actually work. You can slowly build up a small, diversified portfolio over time. And the most important part, it costs you absolutely nothing but a few minutes of your time. So if this system sounds interesting to you and you want to give it a try for yourself, I've gone ahead and left links to all 3 platforms, FaucetPay, Earnbitmoon, and Viefaucet, down in the description for you to check out. And finally, I'd love to hear from you. Have you used any of these platforms before? Or maybe you found your own hidden gems out there. Let me know about any underrated crypto platforms you've discovered down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.